What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Echocalypse video. Okay, guys, we're going to talk about two things today. Number one, the only way to get Raeon, and I hate to break it to you, that if you have Raeon, you're not free to play, which is fine. There's no badge of honor here to be free to play or not. I just don't want people to have this misconception because a lot of people have been asking me, hey, this person has Raeon, they claim to be free to play. How is this possible? How do you get her, etc. So I'm going to show you guys real quick how to get Raeon. So if you go to the mall, right, there is a section here in the mall. It's called let me just go to it real quick. Where is it? Crystal mining. And then there's a little tab here that you would be able to click that would have allowed you to get yourself Raeon. So the event is over now for me personally, right? Terrorizer, I believe, still has the event going on. So that is one way. Now, at the same time, Shiyu would have also been available with Icebreaker contract right here. Okay, so you would have had a first top up would have given you Shio. You guys can see I don't have any top up, so I don't have Shio. So for those who have running Raeon, the only method to get her at the moment, it might be actually under events. Hold on, let me just see if I can Eternal Accord. No, hold on. There's an event definitely going on that allows it. I'm just trying to find which one it is. It might be over actually. Yeah, you guys can see none of these are available. Now, I will do a guide for the top deals in the game because I obviously have a friend who's a whale and he has kind of given me his perspective on it. And I think he's very honest about his perspective. So you guys can see here that that deal is actually gone with Raeon. So and what I was trying to get at here is if you go to draw, for example, and you check any banner, if you haven't got a copy of her, right, you're not going to be able to pull her. So you guys can see here, going through the list, she does not exist in this banner at all. Shiyu's here, but Raeon is not. Because Raeon's going to have her own limited banner to summon for free to play. So if you go to Advanced Draw, for example, is another example here, you can't actually choose Raeon from the Advanced Draw unless you've already gotten her from the pay-to-win aspect. So I believe the way it works, if I recall, it's like you spend $12 and you get a copy of her, right? And with that $12, obviously you're going to get yourself the copy of Shiyu for free as well too. And then that will give you two paid characters. So for those who have Raeon and you're claiming free to play, please stop doing that. I mean, it's not a big deal really, but I mean, just say you paid for Raeon. Like it's just weird to consider yourself free to play and then people are confused. And that's what I'm trying to avoid is obviously the confusion for people who don't have Raeon and they're like, well, how do these people pull it when they don't exist in the banner? Okay, so that's topic number one. I just wanted to get that out of the way. You can see here if you're a 7-day player, that deal is over now and you can't actually get it anymore. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. I can't seem to find it because I remember when Terrorizer was showing me like how much he spent, he had a section right under the mall and right under the crystal mining, there was like a little tab you could click and it actually took you to that Raeon deal. So it must be over. So there's thing number one I want to talk about. So for those who see people with Raeon, it's not a free-to-play account. It's an account that actually paid to get that. So if you are staying free-to-play, you're not going to be able to get Raeon until the limited banner drops, okay? Just want to get that out there. Number two, where I'm at in terms of free-to-play. So this is an actual free-to-play account without Raeon or any of those extra units. You guys can see here I'm level 48. I'm 71.6, 716k CP right now. The team I'm actually using currently is kind of going back and forth between a few different units. Okay, so I guess I'm going to show you guys where I'm at here. So this is my current team. I've got Dina, Audrey, my MC, which is actually really good at the star level that he's at. And then I've got Fenriru, Aiken, and Kiki. So I've got a couple supports, some DPS, and a CC right now. So the biggest difference here is once in a while I will remove Dina and add Zawa, depending on boss fights or PvP. Or sometimes I'll replace my MC for Zawa, depending on where I want to go. So this is kind of where I'm at in terms of that. So you guys can see here, the leader buff is actually not bad. I'm up to 4 units deployed to get this leader buff, which works really well because they're mostly all Bifrost. So working out really well for me. Now, in terms of luck, I got my Aiken to 4-star. If you guys have not seen this already, I'm going to show you real quick. On my channel, I posted 2 back-to-back pulls that I did. Okay, so if I go here to my channel real quick, if I go to community, I pulled 2 Aikens here, which was my free-to-play account, obviously, and then my 2 Aikens here. So I was able to get myself, and I think I pulled one more in between. So I was able to get myself a 4-star Aiken as free to play. So you guys can see with a little bit of luck, obviously it can be done. MC is being moved up a little bit as I'm going through the story. Now, Aiken was my main goal. My next one is going to be Audrey. I do want to get Audrey up because I think she's going to still maintain long term, even in global, and that's super important. So this is where I'm at in terms of progression in power. Now, in storyline, just so you guys are aware, I'm working my way through it. I'm not worried too much about getting all 3 stars across the board. I can go back and do that later. I do want to get the regression levels out of the way, and I want to get the relics, because the more relics you collect, the more your main character levels up in stars. And I think that's a very important one. A lot of people are obsessed with getting perfect scores. Plus, as you go through this, you're going to get yourself more of these. And once you're past a certain point, these crystals become the living mines, which allows you to get arms, right? So arms tokens. So push this as much as you can, guys, and keep going. And then remember the regression also to do these, because every regression you do, right, if I do this one, for example, you can get yourself these tokens here, right, the relief tokens, which gives you 2 summons, some gems, and other resources along the way. So absolutely get these going. Every time a regression drops, you should be picking up that package, because that's extra multis under your belt. So this is currently where I'm at. I'm going to continue pushing to chapter 40 and then go further from there to get my main MC character up further and continue using him on my team for CC purposes. Okay, now in regards to tomorrow, a big power increase will happen as well too, because in the Goddess Aria, we're going to get ourselves the arms for Finruru. This will push that, and then we're going to get ourselves the summon living metal, right? And that's a big deal, because that's going to allow us to participate a little more as free to play in the arms race that's going on, and this will last a few more days, 5 days. So I'm going to try to push this as much as I can and try to get this right here, because this will unlock another SSR arm for one of my characters, and then push me closer to the 800k mark as I level up to level 50. Okay, so very important to do that. And also, just so you guys are aware, I'm working on combat gear. Many of you may not know this, and I'll cover this in a different video, but if you go to the storehouse and you go to equipment, you can actually, I don't know if you guys are using this at all, recycle equipment that you're not using, and you guys can get yourself more Abyss points to work on getting that legendary SSR gear or purple gear, the SR gear, if that's what you want, after using your blue. So it's not a bad idea sometimes, even if you have these kicking around and you're not going to use them, unlock them, recycle them, and get yourself more points to use in the procurement shop. And again, I have to do a procurement shop video because I think it's very important people understand what to buy. Now, in regards to patrol, everything here, I'll show you guys where I'm at in Flare. I'm on Flare 1. I must have lost the battle here because I was on Flare 2. We'll just do a start match. This is super, super important, okay? If you're free to play, do the 10 matches. It's free loot for you. It's free currency for bonding, and it's more tickets that you can get, right? So it's absolutely worth putting everything into this and doing the full 10 matches. This should have got me a rank up. There we go. Perfect. And what I'm talking about is right here, right? Do the full 10 matches, because look at this. You get yourself options for SSR Chimera pieces. You get yourself a lot of SSR tokens, as well as purple and rare tokens. And then you can get yourself these Starlight tickets, which you can use in the Shiny Ceremony to get yourself free loot. So even if you're losing, don't worry about it. Get the 10 and get it out of the way. It's very important to do that daily. And then, of course, do your Chimera contracts. Make sure you're full on where you need to be in terms of your 101s. Then obviously push to 200s as far as you can, and then go from there. And then remember to use these to get yourself additional arms. Arms play a big role in power increases, so keep pushing for that. So yeah, there you guys go. I just wanted to show you guys my progress in the last, what is that, 9 days? Yeah, 9 days. Right, so I think I'm doing fairly decent. The main thing again is you're not going to get Raeon if you've done this. If you want Raeon, you're going to have to start a brand new server again if you want her early and actually pay for her. New servers, by the way, just so you are aware, are going to be behind in banners. So it's nice to have a early server so you know what's coming up. And then if you want to start over and do a little bit of pay to win, it's up to you on that. You can do a later server, start fresh, and get Raeon from there. So, but it is a pay to win character. Just everyone's aware and on the same page on that one. Outside of that, though, this is where I'm at. I'm pretty proud of it. I know I can do more power. For example, going through complex and completing more leisures. I'm just kind of waiting on a few units to get up. So for example, like right over here, if I go to the Teslavik, I have a couple of units here that can get pushed further. So if I go, for example, here and push her, right? If I go quick gift, actually this one won't even give me a level 5. I'd have to unlock it actually first through the, I don't have any left. So that's why. So this is something I'm focusing on right now. Like I don't want to use these SSR ones, but once I get this to level 5, for example, I can push this to another level, giving everybody more attributes, right? Which is a big deal because it all adds up. So these are some of the other places to increase power that I'm going to be focusing on very early, and I should be able to get probably to 800k in the next 2 or 3 days. I'm hoping by the time I hit level 50. I am running out of, oh, there we go, perfect. This is actually good timing. There we go. Let's open that up. Let's go back. Because I am running out of EXP and gold. Like, it's starting to become, like, once you start hitting the 45-ish and up, guys, it starts becoming a lot more difficult to hold on to early simple resources that you were like, oh, this is no problem, I'll have these forever. And now you're starting to realize, okay, maybe not forever, because it's becoming more and more difficult to attain these resources because you only have a finite ways of getting it, right? So remember that it's not easy after level 45 to continue gaining power, and there's a big stop. There we go, 312 there. There's a big stop in regards to progression. Okay, this is a marathon. That's how it's going to work. But there you guys have it. That's my account. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.